Problems on damped oscillations of a vertical spring. Problem 1. Spring fixed at the upper end supports a weight of 980 grams at its lower end. (980 grams) at its lower end. The spring stretches half centimeter. Under a load of 10 grams and the resistance in gram weight to the motion of the weight is numerically equal to by 10 of the speed of the weight. In centimeter per second. The weight is pulled down 1/4 centimeter. (1/4 centimeter) below its equilibrium position. And then released. Find the expression for the distance of weight from its equilibrium position. During its First upward motion. Also find the time. Time it takes, the damping factor, to drop to 1 by 10 of its initial value. A spring fixed at the upper end supports a weight of 980 grams at its lower end. This is the spring fixed at a point O, and at the lower end A we attached a weight of 980 grams. So this is equilibrium position. Now from this equilibrium position, this body is pulled down to 1 by 4 centimeters and then released. So this is the initial condition at a time t equal to 0. 1 by 4 centimeters we pulled at a time t equal to, we pulled. Now the time is t equal to 0 and then we released. So after that oscillations occurs. Apart from this, in the given problem, we observe that one of the additional force is also given. The spring stretches 1 by 2 centimeter under a load of 10 grams. This is the data given to find the spring constant. And the resistance in gram weight to the motion of the weight is numerically equal to 1 by 10 of the speed of the weight in centimeter per second. So additional resistive force to the motion of the weight is numerically equal to 1 by 10 of its speed of the weight in centimeter per second. That means 1 by 10 of dx by dt, that is the resistive force. That means damping force lambda into dx by dt. Here 1 by 10 of dx, 1 by 10 into dx by dt, that is the damping force. Here we given, this is the additional force of resistance. This is called damping force. This is 1 by 10 into dx by dt. So therefore net force is equal to spring force plus damping force. We know that damping force is equal to lambda minus lambda into dx by dt. Since f is proportional to dx by dt, lambda is the constant of proportionality. It is applying in the upward direction. So it is a upward direction. So we take the upward direction as a minus sign for the upward force and positive for the downward force. Therefore, now write the steps. The fixed end and A, the lower end of the spring. And then let K be the spring constant or stiffness of the spring. To find the spring constant, we have the data in the given problem. The spring stretches 1 by 2 centimeter under a load of 10 grams. So 10 grams of the weight stretches the spring half centimeter. Given that the spring stretches half centimeter under a load of 10 grams. Therefore, spring force F is equal to K into X. Here, force is load 10 grams and X is equal to stretch of the spring half centimeter. X is equal to 1 by 2. Therefore, this implies F is 10 grams is equal to K into half centimeter. Where we continue with the centimeter because here weight is in grams. In the previous problems, the weight is given in the kg, so we can take the meters. So here the weight is given in grams, we can proceed with the centimeters. Therefore, K is equal to cross multiplication 2 into 10, 20 grams per centimeter. This is the stiffness of the spring or spring constant. Let M be the mass of the body. Now, M is equal to formula weight by acceleration due to gravity. Here, weight is 980 grams by G is equal to 980 centimeters per second square. Since G is equal to 980 centimeters per second square. In the previous problems, we have taken the length in the meters. Therefore, we have taken 9.8 meters per second square. Here we are considering in centimeters, 980 centimeters per second. Therefore, that is equal to 1. M is equal to 1. Now, the equation of motion of the body is net force F is equal to, by Hooke's law, spring force F suffix S plus damping force F suffix D. Here damping force is also given in the problem, that is 1 by 10 into dx by dt. F suffix D is equal to lambda into dx by dt. In the previous problem we already told. So therefore here F suffix S is equal to minus kx and F suffix D is equal to lambda into dx by dt. That is given in our problem 1 by 10 into dx by dt. Minus indicates this is upward force. The equation of the motion in the damped oscillations we already proved. We directly use that equation here. In the damped oscillations, here F suffix D damping force is minus lambda into dx by dt. Equation of motion of the mass M is F is equal to F suffix x plus F suffix D. By simplifying this, we proved that d square x by dt square plus 2p into dx by dt plus mu square x is equal to 0, where 2p is equal to lambda by m and mu square is equal to k by m. We directly use this equation in the solution of the problem. You no need to prove again the modeling of all the damped oscillations. The equation of the motion of the body in the damped oscillations is d square x by dt square plus 2p into dx by dt plus mu square into x is equal to 0, where 2p is equal to lambda by m and mu square is equal to k by m. Now 2p is equal to lambda by m. Lambda is given that 1 by 10 by m is equal to 980 by 980, that is 1. Therefore 2p is equal to 1 by 10 and mu square is equal to k by m. K value we found out 20 grams per centimeter. Mu square is equal to 20 by m is equal to 1. Therefore mu square is equal to 20. Substituting these values in equation number 1. Say this is equation 1. Therefore equation 1 becomes d square x by dt square plus 2p value, that is 1 by 10 into dx by dt plus mu square into x. Mu square value is equal to 20, x equal to 0. Therefore by simplifying this, 10 into d square x by dt square plus dx by dt plus 200 into x equal to 0. We are multiplying throughout by 10. Therefore put d is equal to d by dt. Say this is equation number 2. Then equation 2 becomes 10 into capital D square into x plus capital D into x plus 200 into x. Therefore this can be written as x is equal to 0. This is the ordinary differential equation with constant coefficients. Second order linear differential equation with constant coefficients. Therefore auxiliary equation is, since right hand side is 0, the complementary function gives the complete solution. Therefore to find the complementary function, first we have to find the auxiliary equation. Auxiliary equation is 10d square plus d plus 200 is equal to 0. Therefore d is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a formula. Therefore that is equal to minus b minus 1 plus or minus b square 1 4 into a value 10 into c value 200 by 2a. This is 1, there is no 0, by 2a. 2 into 10, this is equal to minus 1 plus or minus 1 minus 4 into 2, 8 into 1, 8000, 1 minus 8000 by 20, that is equal to minus 1 by 20 plus or minus 7,999 by 20. Therefore, this is equal to minus 1 by 20 plus or minus I square root of minus 1, 7,990 by 20, since I is equal to square root of minus 1. Therefore, 1 by 20 is equal to minus 0.05 plus or minus I into square root of 7,999 by 20 is equal to 4.5. Therefore, roots are complex. Therefore, complementary function is, here alpha value is minus 0.05, beta value is 4.5. Therefore, solution of equation 2. Two is x is equal to e to the power of alpha into t, minus 0.05 into t into c1 cos beta 4.5t plus c2 sin 4.5 into t. This is the solution of equation 2. Say this is equation number 3. Initially, when time t equal to 0, the displacement x that is in the given problem, the body is pulled down from its equilibrium position. One by 4 centimeters at a time t equal to 0. That is the initial displacement or initial distance. Therefore, x is equal to 1 by 4 centimeter. Substituting in equation 3. We get left hand side 1 by 4 is equal to e power minus 0.05 into 0, e power 0 is 1 into c1 cos of 0, that is c1, plus c2 into sine of 4.5 into 0, sine 0, 0. Therefore, this implies c1 is equal to 1 by 4. Substituting the value of c1 is equal to 1 by 4 in equation number 3. Substituting the value of c1 in equation 3, we obtain equation 3 is x is equal to e power minus 0.05t. c1 value we are substituting 1 by 4 cos 4.5t plus c2 sin 4.5 into t. X is equal to e to the power of minus 0.05t into 1 by 4 cos 4.5t plus c2 sin 4.5t Say this is equation number 3. Now initial velocity dx by dt is also 0. That is one more another initial condition to find the arbitrary constant c2. Therefore, first find dx by dt. Now dx by dt is equal to u into v formula. U into v formula. Therefore, first u 0.05t into derivative of cos minus sin 4.5 into t into 4.5 plus c2 into derivative of sin cos 4.5t into derivative of 4.5t 4.5 plus v into derivative of u. V is 1 by 4 cos 4.5t plus c2 sin 4.5t. Therefore, into derivative of e to the power of minus 0.05t. E power x derivative is e power x. Again, derivative of exponential is minus 0.05t is a minus 0.05. So that's why we are putting minus sign. So therefore, that is into e to the power of minus 0.05 t into minus 0.05. We are writing minus in the beginning of this bracket into 0.05. Say this is equation number 4. Now initially when time t equal to 0, initial velocity dx by dt is equal to 0. Substituting these values in equation 4, we get dx by dt value 0 is equal to right hand side e power minus 0.05 into t value 0, e power 0 1 minus 1 by 4 into 4.5 sin 0 0 plus 4.5 c2 into cos 4.5t, that is cos 0 value 1. Therefore, this is 4.5 into c2 minus 1 by 4 into cos 4.5t, that is cos of 0 since t equal to 0. Therefore, 1 by 4 minus 1 by 4 plus 0 sin 0 0 into e to the power of 0 1 into 0.05. Therefore, that is into 0.05. Therefore, this is equal to 4.5 c2 is equal to 1 by 4, that means 0.05 by 4. Therefore, this implies C2 is equal to 0.05 by 4 into 4.5. Therefore, C2 is equal to 0.03. By simplifying this is equal to 0.003. This is C2. Substituting C2 in equation number 3, because our displacement equation is in 3. Therefore, substituting C2 value in equation number 3 is equal to x is equal to e to the power of minus 0.05t into 1 by 4 cos 4.5t plus C2 value 0.003 into sine 4.5t. This is the required equation of the displacement at any time t, which is the equation of displacement from its equilibrium position at any time t. Find the expression for the distance or displacement of the weight from its equilibrium position at a time t during its first upward motion you calculated just now. Also find the time it takes the damping factor to drop to 1 by 10 of its initial value. We have to find the time for the damping factor to drop to 1 by 10 of its initial value. So 1 by 10 of its initial value must be equal to damping factor after a certain time. We have to find that particular time. So therefore, now damping factor is equal to lambda into e to the power of minus 0.05t, where lambda is the constant of proportionality. Constant of proportionality in the damping force. Therefore, this is the formula for damping factor. Therefore, we have to calculate time when the damping factor is equal to 1 by 10 of its initial value. First, we have to find the initial value of the damping factor. When t equal to 0, its initial value is equal to initial value of the damping factor, that is equal to lambda into e power 0.05 into 0 into 0. That means lambda into e power 0, that is equal to lambda. Initial value is lambda. Initial value of the damping factor is lambda. So we have to find. Suppose that after a time t seconds, the damping factor is equal to 1 by 10 of its initial value. So in the given problem, he asked that time when damping factor is equal to 1 by 10 of its initial value. So we are finding, suppose that after a time t, so the damping factor is equal to 1 by 10 of its initial value. Damping factor is lambda into e to the power of minus 0.05 t is equal to 1 by 10 of its initial value. It means damping factor. So 1 by 10 of initial value of the damping factor. Initial value of the damping factor is lambda. 1 by 10 of lambda is lambda by 10. Therefore, here lambda gets cancelled. Therefore, this becomes e to the power of minus 0.05 t is equal to 1 by 10. Therefore, minus 0.05 t is equal to log 1 by 10 to the base e. This can be written as e to the power of 0.05 t is equal to, taking the reciprocal on both sides. So reciprocal of this one is e to the power of 0.05 t. Reciprocal of 1 by 10 is 10. Therefore, by applying the logarithmic definition, 0.05 t is equal to log 10 base e. Therefore, t is equal to 1 by 0.05 into log 10 base e. Therefore, after simplifying, this value is equal to 46.05. Therefore, this is approximately equal to 46 seconds. So at a time t equal to 46 seconds, damping factor is equal to 1 by 10 of the initial value of the damping factor.